Hey guys, I'm Naya and welcome back to the channel. So the OCG ban list just dropped about an hour ago, if I'm not mistaken. That's when I got the info, and of course we're gonna do, it's not going to be a reaction video because I know all of the cards. It is, however, going to be a discussion about the ban list. Just a quick one. We're gonna go through the cards and just talk about everything, all of the implications, what I think about it, all of that. Before we begin, I would like to encourage you to let me know down in the comments what you think about the ban list, how you think it's going to translate to the TCG, and also subscribe. A lot of you are still not, and I would love for you to be part of this community. So with that being said, we're gonna just jump straight into it with the forbidden section, and we have 20 cards on the ban list, and the first 3 are on the forbidden section, and it's actually going to be Toad, Hulk, and also Vanity's Emptiness. All of these 3 are very major hits in my opinion. Toad and Hulk directly impacting Splight, of course, which haven't started dominating the TCG yet, and we're not quite sure how exactly it's going to translate here. With the lack of Max C in the TCG, some people say that this is going to be the main difference between how the deck functions in the TCG and in the OCG, but over there they decided to ban Toad and ban Hulk, which is very important since the Frog engine provided that just Toad access and the Toad domination. So yeah, I think this is basically it. They decided to completely take care of that, seeing as how Splight really dominated the format there. And also Vanity's Emptiness, we have it banned over here, and the card is honestly busted. It's insane, it's incredible, and it was at 1 and it was played in almost every single strategy. And when you have a card that's as busted as this one, it's kind of weird because it is at 1, so it is Saki. If it was at 3, it wouldn't be Saki, but it would still be busted. So with cards like these, in my opinion, it's probably the best way to just deal with them, to ban them. So that's what they decided to do. Then for the limited section, we have also 3, and it's going to be Eva, Spellbook of Judgment, and Branded Opening. So as for Eva, if I'm being completely honest, I'm not quite sure what the implication is. I don't see Drytron being dominant, and seeing as, I mean, the card is busted, we have it banned over here, so that's saying something. But seeing as how the Tiara elements, I pronounce that weirdly, include fairies, maybe there's a connection there because they do play Diviner of the Herald and also Herald of Orange Light, but this is the one thing that comes to mind first. Please let me know down in the comments if there's anything I'm missing. I'm not that focused on the OCG format, of course. So yeah, I guess that would be it for Eva. As for Spellbook of Judgment, that's interesting to say the least. Some people say it's not going to be impacting anything if it comes back because we have it banned over here as well, and it was banned there. The card is busted, it's insane, the effect is just way too broken, but I guess if it is a 1, and if we wait for, you know, only time can tell what happens with the spellbook stuff. It is a bit scary though. And then we have Branded Opening, which went to 2 on the last ban list, if I'm not mistaken, and now it's at 1. The card is honestly insane, and we are going to be seeing in the other section, the semi-limited section, Branded Fusion going to 2, so that's a spoiler there, but they decided to touch Despia, which makes a lot of sense because Despia was highly dominant before Splight came into the format, and limiting opening seems like the correct thing to do, and also semi-limiting Branded Fusion because you just take away the consistency of actual access to your extenders and plays. Because if you have like a ton of copies of the branded spells, you know, looking at Aluber for example, and you have ways to Aluber through Tragedy, and then you have the 3 opening and also the 3 Branded Fusion, and it's just a pile of cards at the end of the day that you consistently have at least 1 or 2, even 3 of them in your hands. So even if you get disrupted, it doesn't really do anything. So that's why I like that they are sort of hitting the consistency of the deck and, you know, hindering it that way. Then also we have 3 on the semi-limited section. I already mentioned Branded Fusion. And as for the other 2, you have Janex Ally Birdman, which was at 1. Now it's slowly coming back to 2. It's not exactly doing anything right now, so I guess it makes sense. And then also the Flunder map. You know, Flunder does need to get hit, I guess. Like, the deck is... It's just annoying. It's not that it's that busted and you can't deal with it with your side deck cards, but it's just one of those stun strategies that is just annoying to deal with since it has 1-card combos. They're quite easily accessible and it is quite consistent with the addition of the pot cards. So Map being that one card that essentially acts also as an extender, for example with Toucan. So I like that they are slowly touching Flunder. They might do something more to them in the future, but I guess for now that's it, and it's something, so there's that. And then you have, I think it's 11 cards on the unlimited section, and most of them actually, I think it's only 2 or 3 that are sort of new to the unlimited section, but for the other ones, all of them went to 2 on the last ban list. So it only makes sense for them to come to 3, since with semi-limiting them, they sort of just checked how they are performing in the format, and since they put most of them at 3 now, or 2-3 I should say, I guess they didn't deem them a problem. So you have Harp harmonizing, also Night Assailant, all of them went to 2 on the last ban list. Night Assailant has an errata, and Harp, you know, Orcust is not really doing anything, it's not being exactly dangerous, and you have the Pendulum strategy, which was insane. It was very, very strong, very dominant, and they had to hit a lot of things, but they are slowly coming back, and Harmonizing is a very busted card, but right now it's not exactly posing a threat. And Thunder Dragon Roar, Thunder has been hit in a very different way in the OCG for the longest time, comparing it to the TCG, and the Thunder Dragon Roar was a 2, if I'm not mistaken, and also Hawk is hit. So they have different hits than us over here, but yeah, Roar is not exactly going to be a problem, so it makes sense that it's coming to 3. And then we have Lone Fire Blossom, which was a 2, and also Trishula, Carrier, and Beginning of the End all went to 2 on the last list, so it only makes sense for them to come to 3. Carrier, for example, is still banned over here, and Hunter is at 3, so we have a big difference from the OCG to the TCG. Wind-up players can actually do something right now, whereas here in the TCG, they sort of can't, so you know, there's also that. And for the last 3 cards, we have Raigeki and the Divine Wind of Mist Valley, which came to 2 on the last list. Raigeki is a 3 here, so we know that it's cool, it's not posing a threat. It's actually a really nice card for the side deck if you decide to play it. And Swords of Emergence went to 2. If I'm not mistaken, it was on the January ban list, and of course, Sword Soul is not exactly a problem right now. With OCG, it's way different because they have this one deck that just dominates the meta, like Despia was, like Splight is right now. So slowly they can put cards back that they used to hit some strategies like in the past, if that makes sense. So Emergence coming back to 3 makes a lot of sense. So yeah, there's that. Hope I didn't like miss anything, but that's pretty much it when it comes to the cards, when it comes to what I think about them and why they are sort of okay to come back or okay to be banned, or for in the example of Eva, I'm really not quite sure, so please let me know. And yeah, if you enjoyed the video, of course like it, sub to the channel, check out all of the social media, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace!